This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
If you heard a little jingle as the last Thanksgiving pie fork hit the table, well, that was the sound of the Christmas season descending upon us. The songs, the decorations, the happy twinkle in the eyes of children, and, oh God, the shopping.
Help me!
But now made so much easier and more personal thanks to things we find online. I am Jamie Alcroft, here with a panel of expert internet surfers, Danny Mann, Lori Rogenkamp,
Joshua Elizondo. And maybe soon appearing in our doorway, Alex Morgan.
And Alex Morgan, soon to be appearing in our doorway. But for right now, it's our lovely host, Louise Palenko.
Thank you.
Easy.
And the crowd
Thank
goes
you, thank
crazy.
you. I'm a little distracted because I am currently shopping.
How do you do that?
I'm just parking.
Such festive winter colors at Gap.com. Add to cart. Okay.
Would you like a bag with that?
I would.
That's not my bag,
It's time
baby.
to do some online searching for creative Christmas and holiday gifting. First up, look what we found. It's our very own sponsor, Manscaped. Yay! The perfect package, get it? From Manscaped is the perfect holiday gift, and it is yours to give for just $74.99. It's a $139 value, free shipping.
That's a deal.
This perfect package covers the essentials when it comes to manscaping needs to the modern man. It features the must-have Manscaped precision-engineered tools, unique formulations, and accessories for a simple and effective manscaping routine. You'll get the lawnmower, waterproof electric trimmer, Manscaped boxers, anti-chafing cooling boxer briefs, crop preserver. I guess anti-chafing is like key for you guys.
Yeah.
Ball deodorant, crop reviver.
Big chafers.
These crops are growing.
Oh, I'm going to harvest this week.
Good rye.
You have to tend to your crops. Ball toner and refresher, the Magic Mat, a set of 3 disposable shaving mats. So now, question, does that mean that, like, instead of getting hair all over the bathroom floor,
You get hair all over the mat.
all over the mat,
And then you
Yeah.
keep it there? I don't know.
and you can store it all in the shed, a water-resistant travel shaving bag. So they have to give a male grooming bag a male name. It's not a bag, it's a shed.
It's a man's
Yeah.
shed.
It's a shed.
And can I say, I think that the Manscaper, those products, I have one of the shavers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works well for women as well. So it's like if it's soft enough for a woman, but tough enough.
Tough enough for a
But I
guy.
like it too.
Yeah.
It's Irish Spring.
So if you want to get it for that very adorable lesbian in your life,
Oh, line up,
I have
girls.
so many.
Yes.
So, question for the panel: how has the internet changed your shopping, your Christmas shopping routine or techniques?
I had a paycheck 2 weeks ago, and now I don't have any money. That's how it changed.
That's it. It's
So,
all
are
gone.
you ready for Christmas?
I am very ready for Christmas, but I am ready in the point where I am going to be staring down everybody I give gifts to because they better be freaking thankful. Because I have gone through, I scoured the internet looking for gifts, found what I think to be the best gift for all of my family members. I still have to shop for my friends, but
Your
I'm
fingers
set.
must be exhausted.
Oh, they're
Well,
to the
I
bone.
went crazy yesterday on Cyber Monday.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was great. The deals were fantastic. They
Yeah.
really were.
What'd you scoop up?
Scooped up a pad for a rug.
Oh yeah.
80% off.
Those were
rug
really.
pads.
Did you get that on Amazon?
Yeah,
I saw
I don't have a rug to put it with yet, but I've got the pad. I got the pad. I know
Just
when
go
I
with the pad. You
Wait
can
and see what the
Manscaped on
elves
it.
bring you.
Oh, and I got the manscaping, and I tried it. It was, but now I'm cold all the time down there because
pants on.
I'm just cold. Well,
Jamie.
I wear a little
Especially
knit. I
your
wear a little
balls.
knit cap over it.
If it works down there, will you do your face?
Yeah, eventually, yes. Not with the same razor though.
No,
It's
that's
that
just
good.
nasty.
No,
I'm so
that's
sorry.
not good.
Before I totally interrupted what you.
Oh,
what you
well, I was just
so-
going to say I'm right with you. I spent all my money and also was online for
There
Cyber
you go.
Monday, and there was so many deals. I spent quite a bit. I bought stuff I didn't need. I bought all my Christmas presents, and I think that's how I've changed over. Like your question, I've changed that way. I've never used to shop online at all, and now Amazon just has taken
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, and free shipping and all that stuff.
Yeah, I buy
and
everything
it's just
on
great.
Amazon.
I actually bought a ship.
You bought a ship,
But
for the
even
free
what's,
shipping. Yeah,
what's
a
crazier
shipping
to
line.
me is I bought creative. I bought something for my girlfriend, which was a it's a picture that she from Etsy where it's a picture that she loves of her family, and I had that put on wood.
Ooh.
So like
Yeah.
but I was like thinking
On a popsicle stick or what
Yes,
kind of?
yeah.
Lori, are
right.
you getting a log cabin?
Yeah.
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 It's actually on a
log.
toothpick. It took years to make.
It's actually coming in 2024.
Okay. Well, there goes the.
They're
there
growing
goes
the tree
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
There goes the surprise.
Sorry, Star. But no, so I was talking to a friend of mine about how like I feel like now even creative gifts are sort of taken. Like it's not just like clothes and stuff like that. But one of the things is I feel like due to this like shopping thing is like it used to be when I was a kid, I loved getting gift cards, and now like my cousins actually want something to open, like which is
really?
interesting because I was like, I'll just give you money, and they're like, no, we want you to get me something that I have to unwrap.
Oh, and they've said
You
that
have
out
to
loud
think
to you.
about
it. Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah,
May I interject about
Of
gift
course.
cards briefly?
Please.
Because they were a big lifesaver to most of us at some point when your family used to get all the gifts and used to do all the stuff, and then eventually it just became impossible. You had draws, family draws to like, okay, so fewer gifts, and then eventually, what'd you get? And finally you said, you know what, a gift card. So gift cards became big, and I'm sure all of us have bought them, used them, gotten them. But do you know about the fact that like how many $1 billion a year are spent on them, and how many $1 billion a year are not used?
For sure. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
gym memberships.
And it's
Yeah.
it's a huge boon to the companies that have
So
them.
just give money.
because that's money that was spent, and they'll never have to put out stuff like
Oh, for sure.
merchandise for
Because
it.
you lose them or
And
you
some
put them in your wallet.
states, actually, the money, if it doesn't get spent, it gets reported and reverted back to the state. And states are using those billions to build infrastructure. Some states more than other, but I've read a little about this, and it's fascinating.
Well, that's good.
It's
That
fascinating.
It
is
must have been
insane.
fascinating when you read about it.
It was today.
Right now, I'm dozing off.
But you were dozing off earlier.
So it was all the
I was still
Borders-
asleep.
The Borders bookstores closing down have rebuilt bridges.
Yeah.
Yes.
Borders and
Essentially,
bridges.
Yeah. All of the
Borders
Toys
and
R
bridges.
Us's.
I love that story.
Yeah.
will build my wall.
Yeah. Little do
Well,
they know.
Lori,
if you don't spend your gift card, the wall's being built.
this whole topic began.
If you don't spend that gift card, they win.
Yeah.
Lori jump-started this whole topic because she told me that her brother had commissioned a poem to be written for his sweetheart online, and
Yes.
nothing says love like having a complete stranger write a poem about you.
Well, and I feel like
Can
it
I
wa-
just say thank God she doesn't come from Nantucket?
Yes.
All right, so give us the backstory.
Her name is Violet though, so
Oh,
it's
there
a
we
little
go.
weird. So my brother told me that he had written a poem, and I thought that it was like he had gotten a poem for, and I thought it was like one of those things that you find online that's like, love is a butterfly, it flaps its wings
I
when
wrote
you
that.
throw it in the air, or I don't know, I don't write poems, so
Well, you did now.
so
I do, and you just gave me a new business.
What's wrong with Schmetterling?
So, but no, he was like, no. Like, I gave them information about Jessica, his girlfriend, and they wrote a poem.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, so you, and he's passing it off like he wrote this poem.
Oh, wait a
And
second.
so
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
he sent them information,
Sure.
and then they're going to
Via
they
Russia.
write a poem, and then they're going to send him the poem, and then he's going to give her that poem as if he wrote that poem.
Won't she?
Oh,
wait,
really?
wait,
Yeah.
She'll know.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, she doesn't listen to this.
No, but not from this. But won't she know, Jerry, you can't write a poem.
I
Yeah.
mean, what's shocking is he's actually a very good writer. He does
Oh.
a lot of comedy and sports writing and stuff.
He just can't rhyme.
But he's just terrible at rhyming.
He's
All
terrible
poetry
at-
doesn't
he's
have to
rhyming
rhyme.
challenged.
What rhymes with Jessica?
His verse
Rhyming
is very sufferable.
And what rhymes with violet? That's a tough one. I've been sitting here thinking, what?
You haven't laid down the tile yet.
Serviette?
No,
Well, I was saying roses are red, violets are blue. I wrote this poem.
Just for you.
Just
Roses
for
are
you.
red, violets are blue.
That's what I'm
That's
going to
what
call
the
you.
poem is
I'm
gonna say.
schizophrenic, and so am I.
So am I.
Let me tell you a really pretty story.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm
Her
gonna,
name is Lori.
oh, that's nice. I'm going to tell you a pretty story.
Yeah?
Well, yeah. When my son was in 4th grade, he was sick one day, and he was sick for about a week actually, and we held him over an extra day because we didn't want him to have
you
to
said
go
we
back
held
to
him
school
over a
and
fire.
feel badly. Yeah, and we roasted him. We had s'mores, and so. and his name's Graham. Anyway,
Perfect.
He stayed that extra day with me, and he was feeling well. And I said, let's watch an old movie. And Cyrano de Bergerac was on, and we watched Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah.
Okay, so fast forward about 4 months. I'm at baseball practice, and this mother comes up to me and says, "Oh, I want to thank you. Thatcher has been so instrumental in getting Devin and Lori together. This has been so wonderful for them." And I said, "What? What do you mean?" She said, "Well, he's a matchmaker. You know about his flower business, don't you?" And I said, "No."
No.
And he had set up a flower business where
Oh,
he
my
would
God.
sell flowers and a poem to his friends that they then gave to their girlfriends or significant others.
That is hilarious.
And yeah, and he had made about $35 doing this.
Jeez.
But he was picking the flowers of our neighbors on the way to school. He had stopped riding his bicycle to school. All of a sudden, "No, Dad, it's okay. I'm going to walk." And he had a little bucket, and he put the flowers in, and he saved, and he did this whole bouquet and poem thing based on us watching Cyrano.
So is he in
Bergerac
prison now?
together. No, he's not. But I was kind of proud of him. Very
great.
entrepreneurial.
I think that's
That is
beautiful.
entrepreneurial.
That's the new lemonade.
Well, you can find a lot of personalized gifts on Etsy. And who wants to describe what is Etsy? Because my husband was like, "What is Etsy?" And I said,
Etsy.
"I think it's like when you go to a craft fair, only it's all online."
Yeah.
And
Beyond that,
so,
though.
but yeah, so there's
think
people
it's
have
eBay,
like
but
individual
tinier.
shops on Etsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can
It
commission
seems like
your own
it's all
shop.
homemade stuff, right? Or
Right, but
it's
you
all
could go like
More-
Thatcher could
Not
go and say,
necessarily.
"I have a
Not-
flower poem
I know, not
business," and he could
necessarily.
go on Etsy and create a little storefront,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And I was tempted to sell my my jewelry.
That's right.
I'm a silversmith.
You should
so
bring that in one week
I was
because
good.
it's amazing.
Well, I wear it. You know,
All of it?
Actually, I'm going to have a website.
Do you have
after
one on right now?
Saturday. Yeah, this
Let's see
bracelet
it.
here.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Lapis lazuli, and but I don't know. I just didn't want to get involved in that whole thing of somebody ordering something and then I had to make it.
Yeah, because then you're running a business.
That's
Yeah.
my
You're running a
Yeah.
That's how delis think. Guys
My
at delis do
aunt-
that.
What, you want a sandwich? Oh,
I don't-
now I
I
gotta
have
make
to
it.
make
So
it.
on Etsy, you can get
Have a
whatever you
pickle.
want. And one of the things that I think that's interesting about Christmas shopping in this internet age is that it used to be like you kind of you'd walk into what was that stupid gift store?
Toys R Us.
No,
Spencer's Gifts.
Spencer's, yeah. You'd walk into Spencer's. Thank you.
Victoria's
That was a
Secret.
lucky
I'm
guess.
like, sharper image, whatever.
No secret
But you'd like
anymore.
walk into Spencer's like with such high hopes, like, "Hey, I'm in Spencer's. I'll find something completely unique." And then you walk around and you're just like,
Same.
I don't know. I can't picture the person I'm shopping for owning any of this.
Yeah.
But when you're online, one thing can remind you of another thing, and then you do a search, and so you can go as far as your imagination
rabbit
takes
hole.
you to try and fine tune it for that special
Chain surfing.
person.
See, that's
Chain surfing, yeah.
That's that was kind of my flip to it because when I first thought about it, I was like, it's making it less personal. I feel like it's making it less like you going and hunting for a gift. But then now, I think the reason why people are wanting more wrapped gifts and is the gift is more personal. I mean, the looking for it might not be as arduous.
I had
But the
It
gift
is-
itself, like if you're like, I know this person likes, hammocks, and I know that they love, Dolly Parton songs. I know I'll buy him a hammock that has a Dolly Parton song lyric on it.
Exactly.
You put
Yeah.
it together.
you can make it
Find
up
it.
and then
Yeah.
search it.
and then you search it, and it's like you wouldn't have been, if you sent me to the Brea Mall, I wouldn't be able to find that.
The Dolly Parton hammock.
Yeah.
They're all out.
No, they-
They're out.
No.
They sold
I
their last
found a
one, yeah.
Dolly Parton stool, but that's as close as I came.
Well, here's for example, if you have a dog who can read, you can get him a grain-free doggy treat with his name on that.
Oh wow!
So,
Oh, wow.
and I think it means a lot to that dog to know that he's eating his own
Yes.
name.
Yeah.
There's a site called
monogrammed.
Personalization. That's the actual site name. It's what they do. They make ornaments, doormats, wrapping paper, whatever. Happy birthday, Connor. It's your own wrapping paper.
Oh yeah.
So,
But there are billions of websites
and
that
there
do
are,
that.
and Jamie did a deep dive, and he
I
did a
did.
lot of research. So we're gonna throw it to Jamie.
And shaved,
we'll let you
apparently.
talk
I
about
got
what
the
you.
bends.
And he found some really funny stuff. So go ahead, Jamie.
Internet bends. I love
the
it.
deep dive. I got Give a Face.
Give a face.
Give a Face, which is coming up momentarily. There you go. You give a face. It's a pillow.
And it's a pillow
face
with
pillow.
your face on it.
The perfect thing to smother a mate with.
This pillow
Wonderful.
drools on you.
Yes. They
My
think
brother
they think you're
gave
coming
those
in
out
for a
one year.
kiss.
What?
My brother gave those out one
Oh,
year
did he?
of pillow of his face. Yeah.
You give a face. And then he found something that I think could be helpful.
Put Trump to work.
Could be cathartic for some
Oh
people. So
go.
it's
my
a,
God.
it's a toilet brush with Trump hair.
That's where he
Honey,
tweets.
He's useful for something.
You can brush and tweet at the same time.
And then I looked at that, Jamie, and I said, there's got to be a Trump dog toy. And of
Yeah.
course there is.
Of course, there is. I actually bought this.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
those.
And you bite on it yourself, right?
I bought this for
Yeah.
my dog. Yeah.
I
Dog
saw those.
I just keep one at my desk to gnaw on when I watch MSNBC.
I mean,
Actually, I sit on mine.
here's the thing. I could actually see you doing that. I could actually see you taking it and you're like,
I'm teething.
And then
ahead.
this is one of my
Keep going.
favorites. So the T-Rex Christmas sweater. Have we seen this? It looks so comfortable and cozy and just the kind of thing you want to cuddle up with. It's a see? Look at
Oh.
that. Isn't that
that
lovely?
is funny.
Ironically,
So what's this called, Jamie?
It's a
and
T-Rex
describe it to people who are listening at home.
It's
Oh.
a Christmas sweater with the front of a T-Rex and his scrawny little arms poking out of the front. And then if you go around the back of the sweater, which you're likely to do, it's the tail of that T-Rex hanging out of the back of the
Looks
sweater.
like you've been impaled.
It looks like the
does.
scene.
looks-
It
yeah,
looks
it
like the breakfast scene
So
in Alien.
You're not allowed to lean back for the entire Christmas day.
No.
Now, was which one was that? Was that Bark No More?
No, that was
No,
T-Rex
that was
Christmas
a-
sweater.
By the
you
way-
skipped, you
by
skipped
the way-
phone soap and
Oh, I
fortune
skipped
cookie.
ahead.
A
What-
million years from now, they're going to find her and she's going to be oil.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah, there you go. And then,
and then To the Moon, Alice. I think that's another one.
One of these
Yeah.
days, Alice.
To the Moon, Alice.
to the moon, Alice.
And
that
what do you
was a
get?
lot.
You get to buy land on the moon?
Yes, you get to buy an
Oh,
acre.
I thought it was going to be the
What?
honeymooners.
An acre of land. Mm-hmm.
Wow, you did do a deep dive. This is amazing.
Yep,
So
yep,
could
yep.
you describe it, Jamie?
I want this.
Well, you can buy acres of land on the moon. They're for sale. The standard gift package, which, of course, anybody who's buying just 1 acre of lunar land, that's $29.95. And then the premium gift package. But wait, there's more. Premium gift package. You get a land order owner's name printed on the deed. Well, that's
Wow.
really
Well, as long as
exciting.
you're buying land that doesn't belong to you, why not get a few thousand acres?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, why not throw
It's
in
an
the
investment.
whole moon?
Someday we'll
It's an
build on
investment.
this.
Just
That's
buy the
right.
moon. You can buy an entire star,
I'd
but
buy
only
the
a
moon.
portion
Baby,
of the
I'd
moon.
buy you-
Come
Wait,
on.
so back to the poetry website
That's
now.
it. I'd buy you the moon,
Buy
baby.
you the moon.
All right, what else you got, Jamie?
Well, we got the lawn bottle, which I am going to get for next season.
Sounds like a
I'm
horse in the
big,
Preakness.
I'm a big Hidden Valley Ranch fan.
Oh,
And this is the bottle you
my
can get for
goodness.
your front yard. That is an actual bottle that lights up.
Oh,
and
that
it's
is
about
hilarious.
14 feet high. And you can put it right out there with all the Christmas, because we all know Hidden Valley Ranch is a traditional Christmas.
Why
and
do you
then-
need that if you don't work at Hidden Valley Ranch?
And then you put Hidden Valley on top of your tree.
So people know that you like Hidden Valley Ranch?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a
want them to
question,
know
though. Will Christmas trees be replaced by large salads?
Perhaps someday. Yes.
Oh, maybe you
hopefully.
put it on your
And-
tree and then you can.
And then
Then
eat
your
your
tree
You
becomes
can
a
eat your
salad.
tree.
Yeah.
Anything tastes good with ranch dressing.
With blue
What about
bonnet on
the
that's
it?
what
fortune
they say.
cookie? What's the fortune cookie?
Oh, the fortune cookie I thought was cool. Actually, I was thinking of making these. It's a metal
Oh, that's
fortune cookie, and
I've seen
it's
these.
personalized. You can put whatever fortune you want inside of it.
How do you get the fortune out?
And
when
I
it-
was
it's-
thinking the same thing, Wheezy.
Yeah, it's on sale. It's on
I
sale.
think you
personalized.
pull it. I think you pull
You
it
pull
out.
have
it
to
out.
saw it with a hacksaw
It looks like there's a little latch
to get in.
Oh,
Or-
there we go.
No, read your fortune. Read your fortune. Use the manscaper to open
That's
it.
I
so
was
cute.
thinking
It
you
comes
had to,
with a
like,
little
take-
Chinese takeout box.
I
Where's
think
the
a
acet-
manscaper will
Where's
open
the
it.
acetylene?
Your manscaper
As
will
you can
open it.
see, the fortune is poking out of the fortune cookies, so
Oh,
you
You
can.
can
and there's
personalize,
a- you're
and
right,
then
there's a-
Lori's brother will write the fortune.
Yeah,
yeah,
wink,
the
He'll
little poem.
write,
I was
quote,
thinking
unquote, quote, unquote.
getting this for Phil Proctor because his book is
Oh,
Where's My
right.
Fortune Cookie?
Right, very
Oh.
clever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Beardaments, Jamie?
And then Beard Mints was crazy because when I found that online, I then was like channel
Oh,
surfing
my
through my
God.
TV last night, and Beard Mints was on Shark Tank. See, there you go.
What is it? What do you do?
You just put little lights on your beard.
Oh, you
and
decorate your beard.
Yeah.
It's powered by a battery, and you can decorate your beard. And it really looks disgusting. Look at that right there.
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
disturbing.
Painful.
Decorate your beard with lights.
It's just a guy in a Santa outfit that with a full, like, very
looks
busy
like-
beard.
yeah,
with
looks like a
ornaments,
biker.
and he has a
Something.
menacing look on his face
He does look like he's about to
because
kill.
he's been plugged in.
Okay, Josh, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
What would you buy any of these things for anybody you know?
I like the fortune cookie one.
The
That-
fortune
that one's
cookie.
I thought that was
You
cute
like
I
too.
did like that one.
What about Santa gives an X? What's that?
Oh, Santa gives it's Santa basically dumping down your chimney. It's a Christmas sweater that makes a statement. I think.
meant-
Oh.
Santa log on the fire, ugly Christmas. It looks like Santa is taking a dump on your chimney.
So
Yeah,
I
in your
bought,
chimney,
I bought several different Christmas sweaters to wear to school because I'm a substitute teacher.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of those Christmas sweaters. I did not take a good enough look at it when I bought it.
Oh, so
And
you
so-
own this.
I owned it. I had to return it because I was like, I cannot wear this.
To school. No,
So
you
this is
can't.
crap.
Yeah.
Don't be Christmas, everyone.
All right, here are some more interesting gifts that we found online. That you can get a custom prayer candle. So you can put anything you want on a prayer candle.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess,
there's the
and that's-
poetry again.
If you want to be passive aggressive, you could say, I pray for your soul. And then just send it. I'm sure my grandma, if she was still alive, would send that out to people.
If everyone lit just one little candle, what a bright world this would be.
And then I like this one. It's a basketball cereal bowl. So
Oh.
how
it gives you permission to play with
Appetizing.
your food. Do you guys have that one? One sec, Connor's working on it. It's like this one is deep, deep, deep inside
I'll
the
just do
internet.
the sound
I've got it.
effects of the basket.
So look at that. You get to
Oh.
play with your food.
What?
There's a little
Oh,
basketball
I see.
hoop, and you get Fruit Loops or whatever, and you can shoot them into the little
We used
basket.
to
was
do that
thinking
without the net.
It was
We
like a
played that at
cut,
home.
and it would look like a cut in half basketball, which one of them does. It looks like, but
That
it's
one
like
does, yeah.
it's got like a hoop, and so you can throw stuff too. So it's almost like a bowl with like a court. It was like a basketball court kind of thing.
It is, but
Yeah.
the bowl is in the shape of a basketball, so the whole thing is thematic.
Oh my
I come
gosh.
from
So
a
you
family
can-
of four boys, and pretty much every meal at some point turned into some kind of game.
I can
with
imagine. Did your
food.
mother get a lot of headaches?
No, she played.
Oh, she played.
Now,
Okay.
do you celebrate? Do you celebrate Christmas?
I do not.
Okay, and do you celebrate?
But I love Christmas, and
Okay.
I'm happy to go to Christmas parties, and I love it. I've gone to Christmas Eve, I've gone to church, I've gone to mass, I've done the whole routine. But our family celebrated Hanukkah.
Okay, and then in Hanukkah, this is, I guess, I have a question for that.
Yep.
Is gift giving more centric like it is at Christmas?
What does that mean?
Because is it like you buy one gift? Because I know it's spread out over 8 days.
Yeah.
But do you buy one gift and then you go the other 8 days? I'll just give you a handshake, or
I would
you-
say most families, our family did not do every day. We kind of picked a special day, and growing up back when it was all the cousins, we had a small Hanukkah like get together, just our family, but we got all the cousins together every year, and all of the aunts and uncles all did a draw. So each person had one gift given to them by somebody else in the family.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of a
Oh, that's nice.
kind of
I think because Hanukkah is such an 8-day extravaganza, and of all the 8 days, you're supposed to light one more candle each day. So
Yeah.
the candle lighting tends to go on in every Jewish family, but the gift giving is sort of unique to that family, whatever they decide.
right.
Okay.
And like for us growing up, it was like you'd get little things like a slinky or silly putty or whatever, and then on the 8th day you
A biggie.
you get the bigger present,
the big.
like
okay.
builds
I would
up.
always think it would be the first
like
day.
the
that-
Play-Doh
oh,
Fun
okay.
Factory.
No,
or
No,
The eighth
because
day
if
was
it's
kind of
first, if it's the first day, then everything else is a letdown after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And
So
then
I have a
that's-
question for everybody
Yeah.
on the panel. Just
Okay.
What is the best Christmas or Hanukkah present you ever remember, and what is the worst Christmas or Hanukkah present you
Ooh,
ever
worst.
remember?
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Well, let's
boy,
start with
it's
Josh.
challenging.
So actually, it's this year. I already got something. Somebody gave it to me early, way
Wow.
early. But they purchased a cat DNA test for me because
what
for
if
my
you're
cat.
not a cat? Oh,
Well,
I say, yeah.
we've
Well,
determined
I-
you're
I
not
was
a
go-
cat.
I was gonna ask-
Povich going
I literally thought.
99.9% chance Joshua Elizondo is not a
a
cat.
I am
I
sorry.
thought that was going to be what it was, and I was like, "That is a genius business to
No.
be like,
Yeah.
you are not a cat."
I am so sorry. My chair's on his tail.
What happens if you're Siamese?
No, so I have a cat, and she's a mixed. I bought her
Oh,
from.
okay.
I got her from the shelter, and I've never known really what
She's
she
a
was.
mix.
Other
What,
than,
half human, half cat? What kind of mix?
Well, I think Siamese and tabby.
Have you
but
gotten the results yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I just recently swabbed her. It was a very intense experience.
I can imagine.
Swab your cat.
No one likes to be swabbed.
No.
And that was
especially
so,
cats. they
So
don't
that
like
was
it.
the best gift, right?
Yeah,
So you're
that's
excited.
really because it's something like I've wanted to know. It was something they thought about personally, and that's
Yeah.
something.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
And I think otherwise it'd just be subscription boxes. I think that's another whole.
What if
world
she's
we haven't talked
German?
about.
Yeah, Turkish or something.
No.
I was thinking
yeah,
the same thing.
So
yeah.
what are subscription boxes?
So subscription boxes are companies that you pay to send you a box every month of items in which you might like or want. Sometimes you get sent things you don't want, but it's within the realm of, like, let's say you want face masks if you're into beauty, or socks if
okay.
you're into socks. They have
Or
if you're
pollution.
into feet.
yeah, they have
Or being
any
a
type
catcher.
of subscription box. So I have a few. I have like a vitamin subscription box. They send me vitamins every month.
Oh.
And
Are these the best or the worst here?
these are
these
good
sound
ones.
good.
Yeah, these are good
Oh,
ones.
you
Yeah,
like-
these.
It's hard to
so-
tell, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so subscription boxes, they're also something that I've recently saw a lot of people gift in the holidays, because
Oh, okay.
you can gift an entire year of a subscription box for the price of something, and then they get a gift every month from you every.
Oh,
Now,
that's
way
awesome.
back in the old days, there used to be subscriptions to magazines, which,
Yeah.
and our family being big hockey fans, somebody in the family would always give somebody else a subscription to hockey news.
Or meat and cheese. That was always a big thing in
Yeah.
my family. Is you get them like the meat of the month or the cheese of the month.
Oh, I thought you meant like Meat and Cheese magazine.
Yeah.
It's a good magazine.
Yeah, let's see who the foldout is
centerfold
this
is-
month.
Yeah.
Oh, cheddar.
Now they have subscription boxes for anything. Like, you could think of it. They
Yeah.
have it.
Or we have two
Really?
things that I found online
Wow.
that are very interesting, which we're going to have right after this commercial break.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. This is Clint.
This is Ross.
This is Joel,
This is Cutter
This is Tony.
from 3 Beers In.
a proud member of Big Heads Media Network.
Each episode we review local Austin craft beer and talk about
Clove and Bananas.
References I don't get. And Academy Award winner Matthew McConaughey.
So tune in.
crack open a beer.
And hang out with us.
Find us on bigheadsmedia.com,
iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify.
Or on 3beersinpodcast.com.
This is the podcast.
I love these guys. Okay,
Can
that
I-
makes me feel like we don't drink enough on our show.
I have to one
At all.
comment about
Yeah.
the commercial is
Yeah.
that
I do drugs.
every
Is that
time
right?
I'm in traffic, if I see a Lincoln, I always look to see if Matthew McConaughey is driving.
He's driving.
Oh, okay.
Lincoln,
Well,
yeah.
eventually he will be.
will.
All right, so this is something I found online that I thought was cute. It's called Opera Soap. So instead of soap opera, it's opera.
Opera
It's
soap.
soap that's shaped like an opera singer.
Oh,
and
that's hilarious.
adorable. And I just fell in love with that. And she comes in a little bathtub, and she's wearing pearls.
Oh, that's cute.
So
wait a minute.
And you
She's-
can
she's wearing
clean
Brillo.
You can clean any area of your body with it.
Ah, Danny!
Very good.
And then you can shave it with your package from Manscaping. Now, here's one I love. It's called Tech Friendly Gloves. So when I love photography, and when you're wearing gloves, you can't tap on your screen, and you can't really do anything. So if you're wearing tech friendly gloves, then Connor or Michael, what makes it so that the glove represents as a finger instead of as a glove when it
Human
makes
flesh.
Yeah,
contact
human skin.
with your screen?
Donors.
How does it work?
And put it on there.
I
Yeah.
hope you like
Same
the
answer,
gloves.
same
And
answer.
they just cut the tip off, so you have one finger that's not
From
poking
Moyle
through.
Productions.
Yeah. From Moyle Production.
Is it microfiber? Is that one? Okay.
I
thought
hope
was
you
being,
like
I
the
thought I
gloves,
was being
Clarice.
technical there.
Well, if you're shopping for me, want.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
I knew Mike.
Oh, yeah, that
Microfiber.
would be
What if
amazing.
Hannibal
I
Lecter
know.
made these?
So I know the substance a lot of times is thermal, because if your hands
Oh,
are
'cause
super
of the
cold, they won't
heat.
register on
Yeah,
the phone.
yeah.
So whatever the substance is that they put on it usually has to do with
Oh,
picks up
that's
the
smart.
heat.
All right. So one of the things that I like to do that I think is something custom that everybody can do if they wanted to do, but I will confess to you, it takes a ton of time. It's like a gigantic time suck. But I love to make custom books for people, and the internet
Yeah.
makes that possible because you go to Shutterfly or
Resnap.
okay, Resnap is good. So what? Yeah,
Yeah.
just call out. This is a book I made for my mom. It's called Ruthie's Writings, and that was Ruthie, and because she likes to write short stories, so I put her stories in with photographs.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This is the first one today I've gotten really excited about.
So,
Yeah, I like that.
And it's
I
a
really
really good
like
book,
that.
you guys. And then I made, let's see, here's one I made for Craig, my brother, and he's so handsome. Look at my brother. This is titled Stop in the Name of Craig, because he loves the Supremes.
Oh, he is
Before
handsome.
you break.
So-
He loves the Supremes?
And
I
he,
would-
like, we look like twins, too.
I would possibly go straight for him.
Yeah. Well, he's gay, so it's going to be tricky.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
tricky.
that
Oh,
would
wait
be
a second.
tough.
Doesn't that work on some level?
That
But
would be
there's Craig.
uncomfortable.
We went to see Craig and I. We always went on adventures together, and we went to see Frank Sinatra in Vegas.
Ooh.
And on the outside of Caesar's Palace, they had old Frank and new Frank, and there's Craig
Aw.
pointing out that, hey, look, it's a fountain. Anyway, so I love
Oh,
doing
wow.
That's
that.
really
and then here's
fun.
one I made for Joanne. If you're listening at home, there's one I made for Joanne, who was here last
Oh,
week.
yes. That's
And
sweet.
there she is on the back looking thoughtful. And this one I
But
made
what's
for,
inside the book? You just breezed right
this-
by that one.
Oh, I know, but it's just photographs and funny stuff.
photograph.
Oh,
funny
I
stuff.
love
This
that
one is
one.
I got the newspaper layout. Like you can get different layouts.
Yeah.
And then
I
you
love
just have
it.
to
Cool.
fit your pictures in and write funny captions, which everyone on this panel would be really good at.
I'm liking this.
And this one is called the Amy Express Extra Extra. And then when you open it up, it looks like the
a
different
timeline.
columns that you'd find in a newspaper with graphs. So it's really difficult to get everything to fit. But then
Wow.
when you give these, they're a huge hit because not just Amy loves it, but
Sure.
everyone
Wants to read
Yeah.
about
everyone
Amy.
else loves it too at the party. And then the other thing that I do because I like making films is I'll make movies for people. And I brought with me a couple of examples. This is one I made for my husband, Ron, and it's called Ronnie Explains Things.
Oh.
And it's all from found footage
God, he's so good.
because he just likes explaining things.
Ronnie Explains Things.
This is cut up onion. This is a potted fern. We are making popcorn with our new popcorn maker. So we start with English muffins being toasted.
He's smashing nuts to make granola.
I'm
And he's
making
he's
cooked
peeling an
apples.
apple to make cooked apples.
Start
And
by
then he's pouring popcorn
This
into
is
a popper
potted
if you're
fern
watching at
that
home.
was
This is a
in
fern.
pot
He's
when
really
I
good at
was
gardening.
Growing up on South Sycamore.
And then I put in a lot of like
We
travel
have
stuff.
May, the Rubik's
Oh, this is my cousin
Cube
May.
master
He challenged
here.
her to do the
I have
Rubik's
to
Cube in
hit
under a
and
minute.
cut
And of
up
course she did.
dates.
She's brilliant. So he's just
Green
pitting a
onion
fig, and
and
now
red
he's making
onion,
eggs. Anyway,
because I like
so
the
it's all
little
found
color.
footage. I didn't go around and interview anybody because it was just footage that I kept plugging in external hard drives and looking for .movs and just pulling everything that would be applicable and then making a movie. And then I made one for my sister
And
Joanne.
do you put it on a flash drive, or how do you give it to them?
Put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
And then gather everyone at the party around the television and just show it on
One
YouTube.
year in an
Yeah.
emergency, she just went there and acted it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I made.
Pantomime.
I recommend everyone do this. I made a movie with my mom and her two sisters called The Mossman Girls, and what I did was I sat the three of them and interviewed them for 2 hours, and then I just found footage, old photographs. And I made
That's
them
cool.
a movie that if you have older people in your family, if you're blessed to have older people in your family, sit them down,
Yes.
open up a
Yeah.
camera and interview them and let the little kids interview them because that's
Yeah.
something that you'll always have. You don't have to make the movie right away if you don't feel like you're good at using iMovie, or I use Final Cut, but if you don't feel like that's in your wheelhouse, just film it so that you have it, because one day someone in your family is going to be like, I'll make the movie, because it's time consuming. Editing is very time consuming.
Oh yeah.
But it's wonderful to have the footage. I have
Steven
footage of my-
Spielberg actually helped me out on that because my father was interviewed for the Showa Project.
He was?
Yeah, I can provide that link to you at some point if you're interested.
Did your father escape the war?
He did escape the war. He wasn't in a camp, but he was a liberator.
Oh,
He was
wow.
with a group that liberated Bergen-Belsen
Oh, my
concentration camp.
gosh.
Wow.
How touching.
Yeah, so
That's
he
amazing.
had
That is
amazing stories
amazing.
from it, and plus his whole trajectory of volunteering and going into the war to find out why the letters stopped coming from overseas.
Wow. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So here's one I made for Joanne. It's called Fan of Joanne. And this one,
And it's a poem, too, so it kills two birds with
Yeah.
one stone.
this one, I did go around and interview family members, and we had kind of a theme where there was this one piece of footage where Joanne is little, and all of a sudden she has a temper tantrum. So we were going to get to the bottom of this family mystery as to who was the culprit or
Perpetrator.
Who
Yeah.
caused her angst?
So yeah, it was. We were pointing fingers at each other, and it was very funny because it was all over. Do you guys have that one?
We called her a fun baby. She laughed all the time. She smiled and she laughed.
And you pull in some
I was
stills
told
from
that
your
she was a
family
fun
archive.
baby.
And
Was she
here's
fun?
Joanne.
She was fun.
You do believe what your parents tell you. I
Oh.
assume that I found her to be fun.
She just was always smiling and happy.
And then, of course, the incident.
The incident, I have to tell you, we don't really talk about the incident.
Whoa.
Joanne was haunted by early childhood trauma.
So the Wiggles incident.
We're at Aunt Jerry's.
Is that
There's a
Joanne?
new
That's
puppy,
me.
Wiggles.
Oh, I just.
And
I thought the TV show.
so this is the
I'm
incident.
over
We're at
on the
Aunt
monkey
Jerry's
bars
with Lois and Neil. I am not the gifted athlete, gymnast that is Joanne and Amy.
You know, I was there, and I have to
So
say
we have
I
Super 8
cannot
film that's showing the
remember
incident, so-
what transpired.
That's Lois.
I don't
my
like
cousin.
talking about it. Yes, they were showing off
Uncle Art
their
and Aunt Jerry.
handstands. I believe I was doing some cartwheels, which seems to be a family trait.
Amy does a cartwheel.
She landed
Joanne
on the
was
puppy.
about to do a spectacular handstand. I mean, spectacular. How old was she? 6? I can just see her. And as she was about to do it, Amy did one right in her space.
Joanne flies into some sort of drug fuel. So Joanne had a meltdown.
Scorsese
so that's Super 8,
eats her
that's Super
heart
8
out.
film from our family archive, and
that
like it's just
scared
fun
me.
to blend all this
cool.
stuff.
I
together.
thought someone was going to land on Wiggles.
Oh no, Wiggles!
I really
Wiggles
did.
survives into old age.
Good, good,
But
good.
Joanne, but Amy did a cartwheel right in front of Joanne, and Joanne felt like she was getting upstaged. We all know how that
you
feels.
know that's going
Yeah.
to get remade.
Yep,
that
and
cries for a
she-
remake.
Yeah.
And of course, my brother claimed to know nothing about it, and
I know nothing.
But he was laughing. Anyway, go to YouTube
This is
to
a
watch
Hall-
the
this
whole
is a
thing. I
Hallmark
hate to
movie.
suck you in like this because it's like Netflix. You just have to keep watching.
I know. Well, it's gonna be like, what else would you like to watch? Your husband explains things.
People who loved Fan of Joanne
I would
Yeah.
also like to watch paint drying.
Well, also just quickly to answer your question, the two best gifts. The one best gift I got was when I was a kid. I wanted a Easy Bake Oven, and I got an Easy Bake Oven. So excited that I literally got up and sang "If I Knew You Were Coming, I'd have baked a cake," and that was last year.
This was just last year.
No. It was when I was, I want to say 7.
You're my favorite kid ever.
Yeah, it was when I was 7. The worst gift I ever got was, it was an ongoing gift where it was a running joke in my family where if they didn't know what to get you, they got you an American flag T-shirt. And so anytime my family didn't know what to give me, I'd just get an American flag T-shirt. So there was a whole.
So how many do you own?
I want to say 73, and I don't know how.
That's how Betsy Ross started, actually. Her same family.
She just kept getting American flag
What should I
T-shirts.
do with these?
Okay, who here has ever been to a white elephant party?
I have.
And so, what do you notice are the popular things that get stolen the most often? 'Cause I think we can help people know what to buy and
What
what
exactly
not to buy.
is a white
Just
elephant?
explain
there's
it.
so much
Explain
fun.
it.
Technology. White elephant.
Technology.
White elephant
Is that
for me
everybody
has
brings-
always been. Wait, white elephant for me is you bring a gift that nobody wants.
All right. Well, I guess there's different styles, but the kind that I usually go to are the kind where you get a gift for under $50 that everybody wants, male, female, child, adult, whatever. And you wrap them, and then everyone picks a number of, like, let's say there's 15 people at the party.
It's one of the draw games.
And when your number comes up, you pick, and my nephew's really good at explaining the rules, and he's very strategic at playing. And believe me, there's strategy involved, because as it gets to the final numbers, you can really bargain with people and say, if you steal that, I'll give you mine, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
All right.
Negotiating.
So, and it's heartbreaking, too, because at the last second, something that you thought you were going home with can be snatched from your hand.
Worse
by
than the
your
cartwheel
own
trauma?
stepfather.
Worse than the cartwheel trauma?
Yes.
Yes, Joanne. Joanne has a similar reaction. You get something, and here's what I noticed. We go to a white elephant party at the Millers every year.
Oh, love them.
And the things that are popular are either coffee or technology. And it's like the technology, like if someone has like a tablet or something, that's going to get stolen. Oh, and a rule that my nephew has that it can't get stolen more than 3 times. And that's part of the strategy is if you want to steal it for the 3rd time, because then you know you get to keep it.
Yeah.
How do you
Right?
steal it? How do you
Well,
steal it?
How is this not an Olympic
When it's your
sport?
turn, you can either pick a wrap package or I can take your tablet. But it can only be stolen 3 times.
Plus a gift to be named later.
I see.
It's like a draft.
I've been to a couple of these parties,
Okay.
and I'm actually the one who steals the presents.
You're a
from-
horrible, horrible
from
man.
people, and I actually got to keep what I wanted. So I ended up choosing a blanket, like one of those plush blankets.
Oh, those
Yeah.
go those go fast.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I got from the party, and I stole it. And it was the last time, so I was able to keep it because no
I've
one could
never
steal it
done
from
one
me.
of those parties. The white elephant ones I've gone to is you bring a gift that
cheap,
nobody
like under 10
wants.
or something. Yeah, or joke gift.
Yeah, joke gift, and then you give it, and then you can force it upon
And
somebody.
there's rolling dice. There's dice
So-
involved, and you choose which. Like I've
No, I haven't done the
Yeah,
dice thing, but
there's
yeah,
like 90
but it's but I have the 3 times rule. So it's like I always get candles. Candles are the bane of my existence.
So things that people don't want and that never get stolen are little packages of lotions. Or candles, things that people will.
yeah.
If you have like a keychain that will help you find your phone, those get stolen. So there's
Right.
little gadgets people love. And then I went to a white elephant party, and at the Millers, everyone's Jewish, right? So it's like technology and coffee. I went to a white elephant party with my husband's friends, and it was all booze. All booze. I am now the proud owner of a flask.
Well, you
Wow.
know,
Yes.
dear, they like to drink.
It's just
The
funny, like
Gentiles.
different groups of people. Because I mean, booze is always handy to have around
Sure.
the house. You can serve it and stuff. So yeah. Here's
You know, you can serve it and stuff.
so what,
Yeah,
Josh?
to
So
people
when-
who are driving home.
Yeah.
So when you're playing the game, like let's say you have the blanket and I have like socks or something. Do you switch when I take the blanket from you? Because when we've played, that's what I
Yeah,
also
there's trade-offs.
So like if
on-
you took my blanket,
I had to give
then
you the socks.
no.
That's what we
I
did in
pick
my-
another package.
No, so in our version, we would give. I also would give the crappy gifts.
Can this
to,
be can this be overridden by replay under the new rules?
I would love to know how you at home play White Elephant because there's all kinds of different
That
rules.
sounds like anarchy
Yeah.
to me.
So
It's just
basically-
pure anarchy.
It's very.
That's a white
That's
elephant.
Danny making a noise with his mouth. The
That's a
show
white
is not
elephant.
broken.
It's a white
I
elephant.
literally thought I broke the seat. That's
No,
what
but
I
people-
thought was happening. That I
People
broke
listening
the seat.
at home think they're in a car accident.
No, that was an
Don't make
elephant.
that
That was a
sound.
brilliant elephant.
It was not an elephant.
People at home, I think they're in a car accident. You know, like a car plowed into your house.
Yeah. How did that happen?
All right, so if you're going to a white elephant party and
Let
you
us know.
need your gift to be more universal, here are some good ideas from shishigoes.com. And you can really Google this, there's lots of stuff. But they had some really cute suggestions. So just scroll through here. There's a popcorn bin and, more razors. If you really love me, you'll let me sleep printed on a pillow, which they can't see if your head is on it.
That's right.
If you really love me, you'll let me sleep with
Yeah.
Jim.
with your brother Tony. There's little games, mixology dice. I'm not sure how that is played. There's the pillow. This one was cute. It's if you're someone that needs hot sauce on everything, you just put hot sauce in these little key rings, and you can dump hot sauce on your food wherever you go. The stumbling blocks game, which is like a cheat, just a lift of Jenga, I guess.
Yeah.
If you call it stumbling blocks, you can't get sued by the Jenga people. Wine away
Rubik.
stain remover. So does this really work? Now, this next item is really good. It's a hidden bracelet flask. So if you really, really have to hide your booze, you put your booze in a bracelet. So you're just like sucking your wrist.
Your wrists, yeah.
I will say though, those I've gotten those as novelty gifts,
Yeah.
and I've put like water and stuff in
Okay.
them. They do not hold a lot. Like it's
okay.
very disappointing.
So you have to have like
So that could
Yeah.
be one of the
200
worst.
proof.
That might be
I
the
know.
worst gift. Was
If
that the
I
worst
was
gift?
No.
Oh.
If I was an alkie, I would be like, well, this isn't even gonna give me get rid of my
buzz.
headache.
I would
you know?
I would never get that gift for anybody because if anyone has ever,
Oh,
is
you're
this
not
my?
on.
You're not on.
No,
You're not
this is
on.
not
Oh.
But I'll do
You're talking.
I'll do sign language for the radio.
You're talking.
Is that
Take the
Is that
hint.
working?
No, I'm kidding.
If you've ever if you're anyone that has ever accessorized, you know how difficult that is, and just some random bracelet is not
tell me
necessarily
about
going to
it.
go with.
Tell me
well,
about
that
it.
is a gag gift. I would have to file that under gag
I
gift.
don't know where
Yeah,
to
If
wear
you
it.
really want to hold
I
like
take
a lot
that
of
very seriously.
liquid,
I take alcohol
it
and
comes-
jewelry very seriously.
It comes with a hose that goes into the cans that are on the sides of your hat.
Your head.
Oh, I got.
Isn't
I
that
got
just
my
called
brother-
football?
Speaking of things people never use, they unwrap and laugh and then
never use.
I got
them.
my brother a suspenders with a fanny pack and a beer cozy,
And yet he still
you're
came home.
those people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's my Christmas gift.
All right, it's time for Dina's Corner, and Dina gave some thoughtful thinking to the thought that we put
Not just
into-
regular
into-
thinking.
Yeah. But she's scrolling on her phone right now.
Yeah, I have to remember. So I think I just was kind of wondering, like, what is it about personalized gifts that make them so
I make movies
popular?
for people, Dina, okay?
Yes, that's
You're
true.
welcome.
Girl fight.
No, I mean, I think that what we're kind of getting to is that it's not like, they say the thought that counts, but if you really think that someone went and online and customized a Dolly Parton hammock because you like hammocks and Dolly Parton, like, you feel good whether or not you ever lay in that hammock. You just feel like someone really knows me.
Yeah,
and I think we all want to be known.
And it takes time to pick out the present.
Yeah.
I also wonder
and
that
it's like
the thing about that someone can appreciate the fact that you thought about them or that you put a lot of love and thought into a gift, but the person still didn't like it. Like sometimes there's two different sets of values going on. The greatest gift of all is when you give that person, they open it and they're thrilled beyond, like just over the moon.
But let's talk about what the odds are really of someone actually loving and using a gift. I'm going to put it at maybe 30%.
Well,
no matter how
Really?
good you are. Oh, do you use everything that you're gifted?
I try to.
You try to?
On Christmas Day.
I try to use it at least once. But I mean but I see that's why I feel like, in my opinion, I think for me, when I say I want money. Like my uncle, I still feel like in Christmas gives me the best gift ever, which is just $100 bill that he hands to me.
Nice.
And it's like no car, nothing, and that's all I want.
It was still rolled up a little though.
Yeah, there was still a little cocaine.
Do you then ask him to leave?
Yeah.
Our work here is done.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
go. I will
look at the time.
I will no longer be conversing with you.
Well, I tend to ask for practical gifts or give people the practical gifts that they're looking for. So if somebody wants like a microwave popcorn bowl, that's what I buy them because
So
they
they
eat a
tell
lot
you,
of
like,
popcorn.
flat out what they
like
want.
my friend wanted to do ancestry like DNA, so I bought them that for Christmas.
But I
so
love
it's like
that.
things like
that's
that.
nice.
But that means you're asking people, like, what exactly would you like? It's
Yeah.
like being registered.
It's kind of like
But then,
that.
have you ever had the person who's like, "You should know what I want"?
Oh, no.
Some families give out wish lists.
No,
Some
that
say,
is-
"Here's my list." Here
That
I do.
is
I do.
not acceptable.
Some families do
I
wish
do.
lists.
No, wait a
really?
minute. I do with my kids because they say, "Daddy, we don't know what to get you. You know, we never
Oh,
know what to
that's
get."
smart.
you."
Like a top
so
10
I
list.
go through a list.
Yeah.
I say, "Well, I want a new windshield liner for my Alpha, and I want this,
I
and
think
I want
that's
that."
helpful. And like through the year, as you're thinking, oh my gosh, you guys come to this home every week, and my globe is on the floor, right? So it's like, I need a new globe. I have to remember to say that when someone says,
Yeah.
"What do you want?" Like, yeah, my globe is broken. The earth is shattered.
Yes.
I want to heal the world.
Although
I need a globe.
there's something very you about that, and,
Yeah.
and it could be a thing like
broken
I would
globe.
never get her a globe because she loves that globe on the floor from where it fell.
I'd like a new globe.
And I don't mean
Apparently.
to throw a wrench into this, but how do we feel about when people give gifts that are like, "I'm going to buy you a tree in Zimbabwe" or something like? I don't
we're
know.
getting to that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we're getting around.
So
to that.
hold on.
Go
So
ahead,
I
Dina.
just want to make the point that I wanted to make earlier, which is like the way Josh was saying, people want practical gifts. And I feel like doing like going like the personalized route is sort of like a status symbol because you're saying to the giver. So the receiver is basically like put in this position where it's like you have everything. Like there's nothing that you really need. Or like, anything that you want that you like really want, you can buy for yourself. So
Well, one of the things I like to do is I like to get pictures framed, and I use this site called ImageKind, and I know there's lots of sites that do it, but because I'm a photographer, so whenever I get pictures framed, they're big, and at ImageKind they give you matte, like different colored matting, and it just, every time I unwrap them, it's like, oh my God, their work is so perfect, it's so pristine, and if you walk through the house, you'll see personalized photos that I think that's a personalized gift that isn't like saying you have everything. It's like saying, oh, I know you'd really love this framed, and so I thought of you and I took the time.
right,
That is
yeah.
that's a great gift.
Yeah, it is a great.
Yeah,
gift.
so
And
I
you're a
don't think
wonderful photographer.
So yeah, but it just depends. Thank you, Jamie. But it
Yeah.
really just depends on.
You don't have to kiss up. You've got the job.
If it's kind of too cute, then
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's also like a kind of people get bored with like just, every year you just like buy people presents and it's like you got to kick it up a notch. You got to do something more like exciting than just like buy something. You have
some
to
years yes, some years
go through
no.
yeah.
So can I tell just a brief heartwarming story? I'm not sure about the worst.
Heartwarming?
But heartwarming?
Okay. Heartwarming, I thought you said.
Heartwarming, yeah. It's a whole
warming.
different
Okay.
gift. No, my ultimate favorite gift ever was when we were kids, and I think stuff you were given as kids has more impact.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the stuff you were given as an adult, you can't remember.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
So this was like one of those moments, and like I was maybe, I want to say maybe around 10, 12 or something. And I've got 3 younger brothers. And the biggest thing in our neighborhood in Toronto was playing either street hockey on the driveway, street hockey on the street. But there were ball hockey games on every street, and everybody used pieces of wood, garbage cans, and they had just started making ball hockey nets, street hockey nets. And there was a really cheap one that had like a little fold out piece and was flat. And it was kind of like, yeah, that's the dorky one. But you dreamt about having one that looked like the nets in an actual game.
Yeah.
And we came down on Hanukkah one morning and Dad says, come on, go downstairs. Your gift is there. We came downstairs and there was a street hockey net there that looked just like the professional one. My brothers and I were like just beyond speechless crazy. And when that went out on the driver of the street, every kid in the neighborhood wanted to be in our game because nobody had a net like that.
That's so cool.
It was before anybody had one.
Yeah.
And it was just, to this day, I'll never forget that morning.
That's a great memory.
And just the looks on our, this is a
Yeah, and that's like knowing your kids and knowing what they would love. And so now, for someone that does have everything, you can go every year to the Neiman Marcus catalog, and I guess they're
the needless
famous
markup catalog.
famous for their decadence. And I picked a few things out that maybe, there's someone who loves you enough to get you the Aston Martin custom designed by 007 Daniel Craig.
Oh, shit,
and look
there goes
at the
the
price
surprise.
tag. It's $700,000 and $7.
Wow. They'll
I don't know
not-
how do you say this number? But anyway, it's 007.
7,000.
$7,007.
No,
$7,007.
you say 700.
$700,007. It looks like
Driven
they throw in
mustache.
a watch. Only 7 packages are available. Each limited edition car comes in a beautiful inky blue and features a powerful twin-turbo 5.2-liter V12 engine, producing immense torque and extraordinary in-gear performance. So there's that. You can get one of those. Or you can get the Luxury Doghouse by Rockstar Puppy and Denise Richards. It's yours for $70,000 if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
Your lucky pet will enjoy a one-of-a-kind doghouse produced in collaboration with Rockstar Puppy, creators of a luxury canine lifestyle, and actress animal lover Denise Richards. The doghouses are custom designed to your specifications inside and out, and nothing is off limits.
But it's a fixer-upper.
Like, what would your dog need? Oh, my
great.
gosh.
Wow.
Oh, man, I want to live there.
It's like a Taj Mahal.
It's Dog Mahal.
Dog Mahal.
But just think how quickly they're just gonna pee all over it.
Trash it.
Like it's just gonna
No, they'll pee outside.
Yeah.
It's their house.
As soon as they pee, and then they're gonna poop in it, and it's just gonna be like a whole thing.
It's the only
then
time
you may want-
it's
Go
the only
ahead,
time
Danny.
you ever hear a dog say, wipe your feet.
So Danny or Laura, you may prefer the Moet and Chandon champagne vending machine.
You did better on the price.
It's only $35,000, and it's available in black, white, or gold.
affordable.
Machines can be stocked with 360 mini bottles of champagne and personalized with your family name or favorite expression. Simply insert a golden Moet and Chandon token, push a button to make your selection, and voila, a bottle of perfectly chilled bubbly is yours.
I mean, my question is, do the tokens come with it, or do you have to like earn these tokens out? Like,
well,
in
I
the
think
world?
what I'll do is I'll get it, and then I'll charge $1 million for a bottle of champagne.
bottle.
Yeah.
So because you just got to get one,
So that
and then
you
it
can
pays for
afford
itself.
your Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each of the tiny bottles can be used to christen a tiny ship.
But just think about how I don't know. I'm nowhere near being rich enough to pay for that, but I feel like if I was, would I really want? Why not just buy like a wine fridge? Would I really want like a vending machine with bottles? Like, what is the point of that? Like, it's almost like
I think it's just
I'm rich.
it's
Novelty.
kitsch. It's
You were
kitsch.
Novelty.
She was happy with the C note that her uncle gave her. So
Yeah.
See, if you were
Or
wealthy, you would understand
could
this.
get from Versace is making this season a punching bag, and it comes with gloves and
Oh,
accessories for $1,550. Versace.
I thought it was Donatella.
If you hate rich people, you can just punch this, and it will make you feel like it. Punching a rich
But it's
guy.
sold out.
A limited
there's
edition series
bugger.
of boxing accessories includes 3,275
God.
gloves and this black and gold pro style bag. And of course, for $1 million, you can purchase an ambassadorship. Display photo of Gordon Sondland. Okay.
I knew
today
that-
is
it's going
Giving
political.
Tuesday, so after all that decadence, I felt like maybe we'd really be in the mood to actually do something with our money that's helpful to the world. Today is
you
Giving
go.
Tuesday, so I will highly recommend charitable gifts for the holidays. In many parts of the world, livestock is a gift that keeps on giving, and Jamie found this site where you can give a goat.
Give a goat.
You give a goat.
Yep. Actually,
that's cute.
Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen,
Oh,
dropped
lovely.
a couple names there. They gave this goat to my daughter.
Oh,
Really?
Not that very goat, but and there's my daughter right there with it.
Somebody
No.
goat.
Kids are extra.
Yeah.
Um,
But
That's
you can give a
lovely.
goat.
You
can,
give a goat
and
and-
it really, helps their lives.
it can really change.
It's amazing. It's
But isn't that meant for places like where people need that to get the milk and the like?
Sure,
where it's like,
exactly, yeah.
Like
No,
this
I
isn't
think it's
something you would give in
Manhattan.
Sherman Oaks.
no,
Yeah.
but it's wealth. It's like give a hoot. You
It's
give an
part-
owl to somebody.
Yeah.
Or give a Shar-Pei to somebody who.
It's parts
likes
of the
to
world
fold their
where
dog. I don't know.
where owning livestock really can change a family.
Right.
They use the animal in all kinds of different ways, and it's a wonderful thing that you can do. And there's lots of different sites that give livestock to a
so
family.
that is extremely sweet and very kind and
But-
heartwarming. But I have a problem with it.
Here we go. I knew it. I
you don't want
smelled
to go.
it.
I get it.
Here's my thing.
Your
is-
goat intolerant.
I don't.
This really got your goat, didn't it?
I don't like goats. I was sexually harassed by a goat in
Yeah.
1995, and I'll never
Oh,
forget.
I was at that party.
I'll never forgive Billy. No, I feel like, look, I think charity, you should donate to charity. I think that's amazing. Charity as a gift to me seems a little, I don't know. It depends on the person. because
Presumptuous?
I feel I'm presumptuous, or I feel like it's like almost like a boisterous a little bit. Like I feel like, look, it depends on the gift is for the person. So if you know this person would appreciate that, get it for them. But if you're just generically going to give a gift of charity, I feel like it's almost like a humble brag for yourself to be like,
Oh,
oh,
interesting.
I agree with you.
I agree.
In
I
your
agree.
age group, in my age group, I want you to give someone a goat.
Yes.
I also
Honestly,
Yeah.
No,
honestly.
no.
So it depends on the person.
A
yes.
donation has been made in your name
Yeah, I
to
love it.
this organization.
Yeah,
love
my
that.
parents did
That's
that
great.
for years.
Oh.
Instead of Christmas
That's
cards,
In my
great.
30s, I would have wanted the damn present. Yes.
instead
Go
of fancy dancy like Christmas cards, and my parents sent them out for years, to hundreds at a time. And my dad spent weeks and weeks signing each
Or-
one. But one year he started doing this. He just decided that he would send a nice letter, still signed, but it wasn't like a fancy card. And it said, "This year we have decided, instead of blah 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 the cards, we're making a donation in honor of all of our friends and the season to such and such." So it was just instead of getting a goofball card, it was that.
Or
But then
sometimes
just don't give them, like, to me it feels like it's almost like I'm not getting you a gift, but I'm making you think I'm getting you a gift because I'm buying something and I'm telling you it's your gift.
No,
it's
I
like, just
I
don't get it.
completely understand your point.
You need to
but
know.
you will get to an age where you'll be
Right.
having a 60th birthday party and you'll put on the invitation, charity only, please
Yeah.
no gifts.
No, but see, that's the thing. Then that's fine.
Yeah,
Your,
exactly.
present-
I would say
your
that's fine.
presents
I'm just
are our
saying-
presents.
Look,
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done stuff like that before where when I graduated from college, I was like, just donate to charity.
or pay off my loan.
Oh, yeah, which was help
That is
Lori
charity,
pay off
yeah.
her loan. But no, but what I'm saying is like that's fine. What I'm saying is like if you're like somebody's like I got you a great gift, and then it's like I gave you this,
yeah.
and it's not a gift. It's a if it's like if you don't, it just to me it just feels like a little bit of a humble
No,
brag.
we
Well,
know. We
well-
know. All Jews know because what happened when we were kids, Sandy?
I just can I say
What?
it?
Yes.
I said a friend of mine said, "Oh, we're going to Israel." I said, "While you're over there, will you visit my tree?"
So when Danny and I were growing up, you would get a card that would say, "We've planted a tree in Israel for you." And when you're 10, you hate that because you're supposed to be pleased.
You got bar
so you
mitzvahed
have
at
the
10?
expression on your
She was
face has to
advanced.
be like, ah.
Oh, great.
Yay!
I just pictured I'd get to Israel and it would just be full of trees.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no trees there.
No.
It's a desert.
Where's my tree?
The whole thing
Where's
was
our
a
trees?
It was a con. There's trees there.
But at least you were like, oh, I see. They need trees. Yes.
But you usually got that from the Brotherhood, so it wasn't like one of your kids, cheaped out.
Yeah, no, it was from
Yeah.
my aunts and uncles. We all got it,
Yeah.
and you weren't old enough to appreciate what that meant.
But I'm saying, like, I have a friend of mine whose son is very charitable, and he's, I want to say
Terrible.
10. He's terribly charitable.
Charitable.
But
Oh,
he
that's
is
terrible.
very charitable, and his big thing has been lately, like since he was 8, to be like, for my birthday, Christmas, I don't want gifts. I want you to donate to charity, which is,
Wow, at
I
8?
feel like amazing, but B, it's like, great, I will donate to charity in your name. But I can see that as the gift. Now, with your daughter, when they bought the goat, I'm sure that she was very touched by that. That's amazing. But if like she wasn't expecting that, or she was like, she's not that kind of person, and then they just give that to her, I feel like that to me is the problem.
Yeah.
I have. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that my grandma, when I was a kid, used to always do that to me.
Oh, here
And it
we
was
go.
very
There we go. Now we're
the
getting
holiday,
into it.
like the holiday season,
And
is
how did that-
becoming just like another opportunity for like self-expression and like how you want to showing the world like how you want to be seen, how you want to live your life. And I think you have to like understand that. And if you have friends that are like obsessed with socially, ethically conscious living, and they care about the world, whatever, then you're
buy
gonna
them an Amazon gift with
Yeah,
a bunch
buy
of
me a-
packaging.
buy me a
I
ground
think
poster.
the gift should suit the person.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
if
That's
you
what it's
know,
about.
Yeah.
for my birthday, my stepfather got me desks from the Kind Fund because he knows that I love that. So
Yes.
I was thrilled, and we're going to go to the Kind Fund right now. It's Kids in Need of Desks. This is something that Lawrence O'Donnell promotes every year on MSNBC, and
That is amazing.
you can also get a scholarship for a girl to go to school because in Africa, and I think this is Malawi. I'm not. It's Malawi. Girls don't always get to go to school, so you can do scholarships to make sure that. And he interviews these girls, and oh my God, they are just so delightful. And so, I love stuff like that. And I'm at that point in my life where I do feel like anything that I need, I could buy for myself. And so, if you have a friend who's at that point,
That's true.
then
Yeah.
definitely this makes them happy. It
Yeah.
just depends on the person.
That's a great gift.
That is a great gift, and that's amazing.
And we're going to go right now to Facebook feed time. And I wanted to show you just how quickly Facebook picks up on our internet searches. These ads popped up instantly in my feed after I started looking up all this stuff for the show today. Facebook immediately knew that I want to put my puppy in pajamas with his picture on them. And Facebook
That's
knew
why I got those
that I
puppy
want my
aprons.
puppy's face on a blanket.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
And then
Yeah.
Facebook knew that I want to make a book about my puppy. And Facebook knew that I want to go to Heifer International and buy someone a cow.
I'll be
So,
darned.
and that was like within seconds.
I think I talked about this on this podcast before, but I remember one time I distinctly was talking to my girlfriend about how I wish that sweatpants were overalls. Like I legit was like, I wish there was like a sweatpants style overalls.
There has to be.
And then literally went onto Instagram and there was an ad for swoveralls, which are sweatpants.
Wait, so did your phone listen to you and do
That's
that?
what I was like, that is crazy.
I've had that happen too, where I've not searched it at all on my phone. We've been just talking about something, and then it shows up on the phone for both of us later that day, and it's just like, I
think
didn't
they're
search
listening.
this at all.
Yeah.
I didn't search this at all. Go ahead.
I think they send someone to live underneath all of our homes and record our
That's why we
conversation.
have
That's
that.
a great gift.
That's why I have that man cave.
Now that is.
That
Sponsor
makes sense.
sponsor a
Well, I
child
want to
under your
thank
house.
you all for being here. Thank you to our panel, Jamie Alcroft, Danny Mann, Lori Roggenkamp, and Joshua Elizondo. Oh, Josh, what do you have to plug? Because you're not usually with us. Plug.
Oh, so I'm in the entertainment industry. I work with Foster Youth. I work with California Youth Connections. They're
Wow.
a youth-led organization that does legislative reform here in California.
Wow.
And I have my own nonprofit, the Foster Bunch. We're still filing the 501c3, so technically it's not official, but we do entertainment and create content for foster youth. So
How would you like a
awesome.
goat?
Our producer is Dina Friedman. Our sound mixer is John Maddox. Our webmaster is Bill Filipiak. I am Louise Planker. We will see you next week. Be safe, be well, be kind. Thank you.